Hey everyone, how's it going? Maniac Mansfield here, TJ Talley. We are coming at you with our WWE Fastlane 2021 predictions. Weiler, how you feeling, my dude?
Man, I'm feeling great. And do not forget, people, if you have the network, you're okay for tomorrow night. But if you would like to switch to Peacock, because that's where WrestleMania is going to be, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be on the network. I think it's exclusively, is what they're saying, on Peacock. So go ahead and get Peacock. All the WWE stuff is going to be on there, or it already is on there, or at least most of it is. I was scoping it out. I haven't watched anything yet, but that so don't forget to get Peacock if you need to. I'm feeling good. How are you doing today, Josh?
I gotta admit, I wasn't super pumped for Fastlane at first, but after last night and the couple matches that were added, I'm looking forward to it. I everyone has been saying, they shouldn't have a pay-per-view in between the Chamber and Mania. But I think they're doing it in a way this year with at least a good bit of the matches where it's still building up towards WrestleMania, and WrestleMania is still the big thing. Like, we're going through Fastlane to get to Mania, which I think it's okay. I mean, in the future, please, no more pay-per-views in between Chamber and Mania, even though you and I were at Fastlane 2019 together and saw the show's last pay-per-view match. But there's 7 matches currently advertised, potentially 8. We don't know about the one because WWE seems to be going back and forth on this one. Personally, I hope it's at Mania, not Fastlane, personally. But we'll cover it anyways just to be on the safe side. So with that, let's get it started. The match we're pretty sure might be the kickoff match, even if it's not the match we're starting with. United States title match, Matt Riddle, I refuse to just say Riddle, versus Mustafa Ali, who will probably have Retribution in tow. Tyler, who do you got for this and why?
Bro. No, I got real. From because I guess from what I read, Ali's work or Mustafa Ali is working through an injury right now. And I guess they want to do this match now and maybe at Mania too. So I got Riddle winning, but I just think if Ali is working through an injury right now, he might take some time off after Mania, or maybe they go in a different direction for Mania. But I got Riddle winning. I don't see him dropping the title so quickly.
Well, bro, I got Matt Riddle winning this as well. They just had the title match on Raw. I don't see anything changing. If Ali's injured, I think it makes sense for him to lose and then have Retribution maybe take him out. If Riddle tries taking out Ali, tries taking his frustrations out on them. I think we could also see Keith Lee return during this match. I would love to see Matt Riddle versus Keith Lee at WrestleMania for the United States title. That match would be so freaking good. Honestly, I think it's time they just disband Retribution, honestly. Like, it's dumb, it doesn't work. Bye-bye. Like, let this be the last we see of Retribution, please. And if you're not going to do anything meaningful with those superstars, send them back down to NXT, where they can be good again. So that's yeah, I have Riddle retaining as well. So our next match we got based off of SmackDown last night that they announced Seth Rollins versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Who this is going to be, if they let them do their thing, this is going to be a good one. Seth Rollins, I mean, I'm not a big fan of his heel persona anymore. I mean, I haven't been to begin with. But he's been doing good since returning. I don't think he's had a match since he's been back, has he?
Other than the Rumble, I don't remember, not offhand.
Yeah, same here. So, and Nakamura, this is preparing Rollins for his match with Cesaro at WrestleMania, that match hasn't been announced yet, but it's all but guaranteed. So, I gotta say Rollins beats Nakamura to go on to face Cesaro. So I got Rollins for this one. Even though Nakamura looked fantastic kicking Rollins' ass on SmackDown, I'm gonna go with Rollins.
I'm gonna go with the Friday Night Messiah. Yeah, I just think. I mean, Shinsuke's been on a little bit of a push lately, but I just think if they're gonna put Cesaro in that spot to finally get to the top and face either Roman or Edge or whoever the champ is after Mania, because I guess he's supposed to be in there sometime after Mania. If that's still the plan and that's what they're going to do, I think Rollins has to win this, and then he has to give the rub to Cesaro at Mania. So if that's the direction they're still going, yeah, I get it. Everyone wants Cesaro to be champion. I do too. I think he's long overdue for it. But like I said, if that's the way they're going to go, I got to take Rollins tomorrow. It would just make the most sense instead of having him lose now and at WrestleMania.
I agree. That makes the most sense. It's going to be a great match regardless if they just let them do their thing. So, this brings us to this match. The WWE Women's Tag Team title match. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax versus the SmackDown Women's Champion Sasha Banks and the 2021 Women's Royal Rumble winner Bianca Belair. So, this match I feel like is the one match this match and the next match coming up are like the two matches I see that they could go either way with this. And I don't know. I'm going to say the champs retain. I think champs retain, take the tag title belts back to Raw or something, or have them go against Natalya and Tamina at WrestleMania, because Natalya and Tamina are looking fantastic together. I don't think Banks and Belair need the tag titles. I think this is going to be the catalyst for a Sasha Banks heel turn. Belair, she will cost them the match, and Belair will get pinned. Banks and Belair need their own separate feud apart from the tag team titles. If what's been going about is true, of everyone wanting those two to main event night one of WrestleMania, then Nia and Shayna need to just get out of Dodge, get away from this feud, take Reginald with them, maybe, or just dump him somewhere. So I got the chance retaining.
I do too. I desperately want to say this is going to be a no contest and the match will get thrown out, but I don't think I can necessarily do that. I got to have the chance retain because if Banks and Belair win and become champs, it's just one of those things like Asuka and Charlotte winning the titles. They didn't need it. Asuka's the Raw Women's champ. She didn't really necessarily need that. So
it'd be just was fine with Charlotte and Asuka winning the tag team titles because you thought it's Asuka, it's Charlotte. Who in the heck is actually going to stop them? But then you saw, unfortunately.
But I just think if they do that, then they really don't have a direction for those titles.
I agree.
I mean, then it was just, oh, okay, well, this person's the champ, and they're going to go into this big high-profile match at WrestleMania, and so we're just going to slap the titles on them. And then it's no direction. The titles don't mean anything. It's just a prop.
I mean, to be fair, I wasn't a fan of them doing NXT women's tag team titles. In all honesty, I'm happy that those titles are now on Ember Moon and Shotzi Blackheart, who I thought should have been the ones to win the Women's Dusty Classic to begin with. But that's neither here nor there. WWE needs to build back up its women's tag team division. needs to build back up its women's division to begin with, because it hasn't been as good as it was pre-COVID. Like, yes, you need Becky back. If Charlotte's going off to do this movie, then like Asuka's been doing great for what she can. The Raw Women's Division's going to get a boost on Monday with Rhea Ripley debuting. But other than that, who do the women's tag champions got? You got either Riot Squad or Natalya and Tamina. Basically, that's it. Because they broke up the Iconics, which was asinine. They broke up Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, which was asinine. Like, you broke up the good women's tag teams. Like, ugh. So, Shayna and I retain for now, yeah. And Vin, do something with the women's tag division.
Let me circle back real quick. I didn't mind the NXT Women's Tag Team titles because they do have more teams than on the main roster. And yes, I know we need Becky back, Charlotte, but she's at home being a mom, which is totally cool. Charlotte's gonna go do a movie, so I mean, you got to push talent. At this point, there's no one to really, get that spotlight besides Rhea, and she already faced Charlotte last year at WrestleMania. So that's the thing. She has the star power, but now it's like, who else do you push outside of Banks, Belair, Asuka's the champ, and Rhea? It's like, who else do you push? You can push Peyton Royce, you can push Dana Brooke, you can push all these other people, but but they don't do anything with who they have, and that's the problem. It's because they want to put people like Charlotte in there, or someone else that has star power, which I get, but at the same time, you got to build other stars and give other people a chance, and that's not what they're doing right now, and that just creates a big problem. Like right now, like we said, Becky's at home being a mom, Charlotte's gonna be gone. Who else do you put in there besides Rhea? That's the thing. You got to build stars.
I mean, I'm fine with Rhea Ripley versus Asuka for the Raw Women's title at WrestleMania. I said that weeks ago. I said that Royal Rumble time. I wanted that match at WrestleMania. Like that match and the Belair Banks match for Mania have potential to steal the show from the men. Potential. Don't know if they will, but there's potential. But as you said, we'll see what happens. But final thing on this is champs retain. So our next match, this is a very... I don't know the correct adjective to use to describe this match, except I don't even know if interesting is the right word. Alexa Bliss versus Randy Orton. Like, how? We have not had an intergender match in forever since, I'm pretty sure, whoever James Ellsworth got beat by. Because I'm pretty sure he was in one of those. And before that, I think the last one was Heath Slater losing to Lita in 2012.
Well, who are you picking in this one?
I don't know. That's the thing.
I know who I'm picking.
I think I know who you're picking because I know you like the back of my hand.
Who am I
can
picking?
Tell you're picking Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, you damn right I am.
I know you like the back of my hand.
Let me put it to you like this. It's going to be short and sweet. Fiend's coming back tomorrow. He's going to help Alexa win, and then him and Orton are having their match at WrestleMania. Their blow-off match. Probably in a Firefly Funhouse match.
Please. See, I want it to be a Firefly Funhouse match. Hopefully this time I'm not drunk for it like I was for Fiend Cena.
I remember that. I can't tell what we texted, but I remember that.
I was drunk for that match and did not get a bit of it, and I did not like that match.
You're like, what?
I have to go back and watch it sober. So maybe I'll like it better the second time. I don't know. But Orton and Fiend, like,
you straight up texted me, what the hell is going on? And I said, I don't know, but it's glorious.
There's so much that they can do with Orton too. So this will be interesting. I gotta give this to Bliss too. It'll be interesting, that's for darn sure.
I'm just telling you, the
To
Fiend's
be
gonna come
fair,
back and help Alexa. That's just what's gonna happen.
we know the Fiend's coming back, but the thing is, they've been teasing the Fiend returning since DLC. Like, they haven't let us forget about him. And I think that's to the detriment of the storyline. If they would have just let Orton go a little bit without Alexa Bliss doing weird crap, then I think this would have been better for Orton and the Fiend. So we'll see. But I got Bliss retaining via Bray Wyatt Fiend shenanigans. So our next match, which after this past Friday SmackDown, I think I'm looking forward to this match as one of my top matches for this card. That is Intercontinental title match between Big E and Apollo Crews. Who, man, they almost killed each other. This feud's been going good. I don't know if this is going to be the match for them. For me, this is going to lead to a WrestleMania match. I think this should blow off their feud, if I'm being honest with you. Just because I think they need a fresh match for WrestleMania. Like, I don't think really any of the matches on here should be matches at WrestleMania, except for what we'll get to next. So I'm going to have to say Big E retains here. If they do like a double count out and then they just finish the feud on SmackDown or something, or if Big E just does just beat him, I gotta say Big E on this one.
So I read that the rumored WrestleMania card does have this match on there. I do think they need to go have a fresh match or a blow-off match, and it'll probably happen at WrestleMania if they stick to. So I'm going to go with Apollo becoming your new Intercontinental Champion. I mean, he has this whole new heel character. I mean, I get everything except for the accent because we already know he can speak like me and Josh are speaking right now, and not in the Nigerian accent. But I get why they're doing the accent, even though I mean, it is what it is. But I think he's going to get the belt because, I mean, you just need something fresh. And if they're going to have this at WrestleMania, plus Big E destroyed him like 2 or 3 times already in matches on SmackDown. So if he loses again, you want him to be this new heel character. It doesn't help him. It helps him if he wins. That's why I'm going to pick him. That's why I picked him.
You do have a good point. He may win. I'm going to stick with Big E as my pick, I think. But I think you do have a point. He could win this. But I think if he does, he'll drop it back at WrestleMania. That way Big E can win the title in front of fans.
I'd be okay with that.
I see that going.
The thing is, it's just right now, if they want Apollo to be this Nigerian heel character, he needs at least a title run. And even if it's 3 weeks long, I don't care. He needs it. And this is the way to get him over.
Yeah, so you got a good point. So, speaking of matches that should be happening at WrestleMania, we're going to talk about this match because it keeps going back and forth of if it's on the WrestleMania, if it's not WrestleMania, if it's on the Fastlane card, if it's not on the Fastlane card, we don't know. They originally taken it off, but last night they advertised it on SmackDown. So we're going to go ahead and go with this match anyways, even if it's not on the card. I personally don't want this match to happen tomorrow night. I want this at WrestleMania. Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. If this happens, Shane wins. And then there's a blow-off match at WrestleMania. That's pretty much. I wish they would have made Shane do like that promo where he's just trying to make Braun look dumb. Like making Shane the heel in this, I think was sort of like I wasn't a fan of that. Shane is one of the best wrestlers on the roster, in my opinion. I am firmly in the Shane McMahon deserves to be WWE champion camp. I'm firmly in that camp. I don't think this match should be happening at Fastlane. I think it should be happening at Mania. So if this match happens, tonight or tomorrow night for Fastlane, Shane wins via shenanigans. A lot of people aren't looking forward to this match, but you know it's going to be a car wreck. It's Braun Strowman and Shane McMahon. You put those two together, it's going to be destructive in some way, shape, or form. But for this one, I got Shane.
I am not in the WWE champion camp. I'm not in that whatsoever. I don't think he's better than half the roster. Can he wrestle? Absolutely. Can he go? Absolutely. But does he need to be champion? Absolutely not. Just want to throw that out there. Second off, I just thought about this when you were talking. Shane's going to win with shenanigans. I agree. I'd pick Shane McMahon because we have forgotten this man was in the draft back a few months ago. He's on Raw, but he hasn't been seen on Raw yet, and that's Dabba-Kato. That was in Raw Underground. They could debut him tomorrow and be a big surprise and help Shane win if they do have that match. So I think, yeah, if they save it for WrestleMania, I'll pick Raw. But if they do fight tomorrow night, I've got to go Shane.
You make a good point. If it's tomorrow night, Shane. If it's Mania, Braun. Unless they do WrestleMania 35 shenanigans with Shane like they did in his match against The Miz, where Miz had the match won, literally, and Shane just arm over Miz, 1, 2, 3, and complete bull.
I
say this as a Shane person, but not against when he's facing The Miz. Shane versus Braun. What?
You were so mad about The Miz losing.
I was.
Oh, wow.
I wonder why.
Wow, okay.
Dude, you should have seen me on Elimination Chamber night. How bad I marked out when Miz won the title.
Oh, I can only imagine because I mean, about half through my dang TV when Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 32.
There it is. We cannot go a predictions video without mentioning one of two things, and that's one of them.
I mean, like, if we had the technology to jump through a TV, you would have jumped through that TV, okay?
Oh, my goodness. I thought we were actually going to get through a predictions video for once without mentioning that.
Well, you mentioned The Miz. I have to bring it up because, I mean, you want to jump through a TV, you would have jumped through that thing.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I was ticked Shane won that match 2 years ago because it should have been Miz. But it is what it is. So, yeah, Braun versus Shane tomorrow night. Shane. So, our second to last match. This match has actually been made now a no-holds-barred match. Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre. Ooh, this is going to be brutal. This is going to be very brutal. So, who you got for this?
Well, first off, let me say this. They already announced that McIntyre is facing Lashley at WrestleMania. It doesn't make any sense for him to lose tomorrow. So I'm going to go...
They should have made this match. They shouldn't have announced McIntyre as the number one contender. They should have made this match a number one contenders match. And just had Drew win that. I mean, that's just me, though.
No, I agree. Because now it's just like, oh, okay, well, McIntyre's going to win. I think it'll be a hell of a match, but I just think McIntyre's going to win. It doesn't make sense for him to lose and then lose to Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. Not saying that Lashley's my pick. I'm just saying it wouldn't make sense if that was going to happen. But I got McIntyre.
Yeah. Drew's winning this easily. Well, not easily. It's going to be a freaking brawl. But Drew's going to win this. Lashley will probably come out, put Drew in the hurt lock, etc., etc. But it's going to be a hard-fought match. And hands down, it's going to be good. Question is like, what all weapons are they going to bring out for this one?
I don't know, but if they don't bring out like something from a pub or something, I might be a little mad.
Yeah.
Come on, Sheamus can use the Finley shillelagh.
We'll see what happens. We'll see if they try and turn Sheamus face again after this match or not.
Probably not.
You're right. I mean, yeah, you're right. Okay, last match. Well, this is going to be good. This one main evented, I'm pretty sure it was the first ever Fastlane, if my memory is correct.
I think it is.
Yeah. So we're getting these two again, and these two do good together. Universal title match. The head of the table, Roman Reigns, defending against Daniel Bryan with Edge as special guest enforcer. Who do you got?
Well, I'll tell you what, I definitely ain't picking Daniel Bryan because I ain't stupid. No, I gotta go Roman. I mean, obviously, Roman's not dropping the title. They've been building him and Edge forever. The storyline is right now that they want everyone to believe that Daniel Bryan can beat Roman Reigns. And can he? Yes. Will he? Absolutely not. Title isn't changing.
Shenanigans, let's be honest, though.
Title isn't changing hands this close to Mania, not especially when they already built up Roman versus Edge for like the last like month and a half. No, it's just not happening.
I think what we're gonna see is the actual ref's gonna get knocked down. Edge is gonna have to get involved. Something will happen to where either Edge gets knocked down, and Reigns cheats that way, or Reigns taunts Edge. Edge goes for Reigns and accidentally spears Bryan, and then Reigns spears Edge, and then Reigns retains that way. The main event of WrestleMania is going to be a triple threat at this point. I'm pretty sure that's fairly obvious, I think. That that's what we're going to see. And then eventually we'll get the one-on-ones with Edge versus Reigns and Edge versus Daniel down the line. But it's looking now like it's going to be a triple threat. Unless something happens out of the blue. Because other than that, I don't know what you do with Daniel Bryan for WrestleMania right now. Do you?
No, but people were saying, what if they do like what they did at WrestleMania 30, except make it 2 nights? Daniel Bryan has to beat somebody on night 1, and he's in the main event at night 2. So, could I see him doing something like that? Yeah, sure. Could I see it being a triple threat? Maybe. But do I personally think it will be? No. They want Edge, specifically Edge and Roman, and that's it. What do you do with Daniel Bryan? I don't know. Figure it out. Maybe throw him in a Battle Royal if you have one. The Andre Battle Royal if you have one.
That'd be the worst place for Daniel, I think. I mean,
that's the thing. Yes, we don't know what happens necessarily if he doesn't get the job done tomorrow.
I mean, I'm personally fine with it being a triple threat. I wasn't at first, but now I'm fine with it. Honestly, if they do it, I'm fine either way. But if it's not a triple threat, they need to have a good match for Daniel at WrestleMania, not against Jey Uso.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. We don't know. They could go in any direction. Honestly, hell, just have him fight Shinsuke. I'd be okay. Special attraction match.
Oof.
Why not? Just throw it on the card to have them do their thing. I wouldn't mind that. You got the American Dragon and you got Shinsuke. What more do you need?
Yeah. You got a point. We'll see, but we both have Reigns to retain via. Do you have it being via shenanigans, or do you have it being clean as a whistle?
He's a heel now. It definitely ain't clean as a whistle.
When was the last time we saw Roman Reigns in the match? Royal Rumble or Elimination Chamber? He has not wrestled on SmackDown since Kevin Owens' Steel Cage match. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know Uso's been doing the bulk of the carrying for them, so I mean, yeah.
Question is, do we see Jey Uso turn on Reigns
No,
soon?
no, because when Jimmy comes back, they're supposed to all be one big heel family.
Right? And unfortunately, we're not getting that Usos versus ENC match like we wanted. Boo. 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 But that is our Fastlane predictions. On a scale 1 to 10, how excited are you for tomorrow night?
I'll be honest. I'm about an 8.5. Only because most of the championship matches we know shouldn't really nothing should change hands. Maybe except for the Intercontinental Championship, that maybe is the only one I could see changing hands. But as far as everything else, everything's going to be the same. The other matches that don't have a title, it could go either way. So I'm about a solid 8, but obviously WWE always decides to bring that down to about a 3 by the end of the show.
Depending.
Yeah, depending. The last few haven't been too bad, but we'll see. I'm about a solid 8.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm pretty sure I was, well, there might have been others calling for Miz cashing in at Elimination Chamber. I know I was. But
I was watching that and I was like, oh boy, Josh is over here freaking out because you texted me and was like, oh, the Miz is gonna cash in. I'm like, there's no way he's cashing in. Like, and then Bobby Lashley beats the crap out of McIntyre, and I'm like, oh crap, maybe we're gonna see it. And then his music hits, and I'm like, oh no, and then it happened, and you blew up my phone. There was like 5 different text messages, and I couldn't even respond because I was just like, what is going on? Hey, by the way, I want to say we didn't go over an hour this time.
Holy crap, that is an absolute shock. That is rare.
2 hours long.
Yeah, WrestleMania, that will be long because, holy crap, there's going to be 2 whole nights of matches to preview. And there's probably going to be like 9 matches or so for each card again. So, holy crap. That's going to be a long one. And maybe, I don't know if I don't know. We'll see how things are going COVID-wise. What we end up doing for Mania, maybe. I don't know yet.
We'll figure that out when it comes.
Yep. So, any last thoughts, Tyler?
No, not really. I mean, you could just follow us on the Twitter handles, JoshMania2019. That's me and Josh. Now, I just want to clarify this, just in case if there's some confusion. Negative about AEW, that's Josh. When there's positive tweets that actually watch the show, that's me. It's a little confusing since he writes columns for NoDQ.com, and it's just a whole confusion. So if it's positive, it's me. If it's negative, it's him. I just want to throw that out there. Anyways, JoshMania2019 on the Twitter handles, that is us. TJ Talley 25, that is me. If you want to, get to know me or just see how weird I am outside of here, follow me. TJ
He's not that weird. He's cool.
Talley, not just Y like the tally mark in math class. I mean, it's a little confusing, but there's an E before the Y, people, okay? So TJ Talley 25, Catholic Josh 122, that is Josh. I mean, you don't have to follow him, he's a little weird. I'm just kidding.
Listen here, jabroni.
Follow us, and yeah, there's Josh Mania on YouTube, Josh Mania on the Facebook. Who knows? One day we might have something else. I don't know. But for now, that's all we have. Josh, do you have anything else before I hit this red button to stop recording?
Hope you guys enjoy
it. Doesn't matter what you have to say. I'm hitting the red button. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Oh, goodness. Listen here, you jabroni.
Come on, jabroni. Spit it out now. I ain't got all day.
So, hope you guys enjoy Fastlane. Thank you guys for watching. Please like this video. Comment what you think. Please subscribe. And God bless.